Remmy was one of those guys. I think Remy's going to be the 19th kid here at Arlington that's been here going to go play college football, and maybe the 27th overall signing, and he may be the most special.
To get a athletic scholarship is something that not everyone can get.
So I remember my first time playing football, my first year, Pop Warner. I was 7 years old, and my first practice, I get there, and a previous student from Arlington High School that played football, Lavelle Thomas, we lined up on each other. I was wide receiver, he was corner. First practice, and he just looks at me and asks me what the play was, what play am I running right now, and I had no clue what was going on, so I told him the play. I was like, oh, I'm running this route, and I'm supposed to be getting thrown the ball. And so I had no clue what was going on, and hiked the ball, throws it right to me. He runs up and just smacks me and tackles me.
You know, all the things he did, and then in addition, you have to be a great football player. Like I said, as a football player, you got to be better than 400,000 of your peers in the area. And Remmy is and was.
Throughout my football career, I've had a lot of influential people, a lot of coaches that really stood out, and they were great people who taught me a lot of things that I feel that are going to further me in college. And they were great people. They taught me really how to have a fire in my heart, that if you're going to play football, it has to be a game of emotions. And sometimes your emotions will get the best of you on the field, but you always have to control it, and you have to play with your heart. And it was something that really stuck with me through high school.
We constantly preach all the time about student athletes. He was an easy sell because the student was there.
I enjoyed having him in class. I knew he worked really hard, and I knew he had great aspirations, and I just, hoped that they would all come through for him.
And my dad, my mom, they would go to every practice, they'd go to every game. They were always there on the sideline cheering for me. My grandparents were always there. I just had aunts and uncles, everyone would come and support me. Everyone putting up their Facebook posts about their nephew, their cousin, their grandson, their son, how proud they were. So it's been kind of good for me because I feel happy making people proud.
He's a good kid. He's a leader. He does well in class. I can tell that he's well liked. I know he's going to do well athletically as well as academically. So good for him. Nice job, Remmy.
As I said a million times, these seniors have overcame so many things.
Junior year, when he came into my Spanish 3 class, I was surprised, but I welcomed, the enthusiasm that came with him. Had a little rough patch here and there, but Remmy always pulled through, and I think that's one of his best qualities.
One of my closest friends, Tyler Llewellyn, passed away playing football at a scrimmage against Rubidoux, and it really hit me hard. It was the second friend I lost, and we were pretty much inseparable, as many people would say. And it was really hard. I miss him. I actually almost walked away from football for good. I was set on playing water polo here at Arlington, and I went and talked to the coach, was a week away from joining the water polo team, but then I had a couple coaches from football come back and talk to me, and they gave me some wise words and told me just that my friend would want me to play football. He wouldn't want me to quit. He wouldn't want me to stop playing, and it was kind of a balance between if I was scared to play football of getting injured, or if I was just afraid that something would happen to me, and then being sad for my friend. But after thinking about it and talking to a lot of people and hearing what they had to say, I went back to football, and I couldn't be any happier with that decision, and it's something I'm going to be happy with for the rest of my life.
So he's an easy sell to the recruiters because with his grade point average, 4-point-something grade point average, it's easy because they know this kid's going to get there and he's going to graduate from college. So, the whole school needs to be very proud of this because, there's not a lot of places where somebody's signing like this right now for football. There really isn't. So if you looked around and figured out how many kids look at the paper tomorrow and they have all the signings, see how many schools there are in this area and actually how many people are actually signing. So, Remmy, with you, obviously I know you thank your parents, but every teacher you've had all the way up going through, this is a huge accomplishment for Arlington and your teachers. you know, because they've got him ready. So he got the SAT score, he's got the GPA, and that's an easy fit for Sac State, you know, and so he's going to be a Hornet now. That's a great area up there. We used to play there when I was in college, and you know, it's a nice place to go up there. So my congratulations to everybody here, and Remmy and your family, and especially all your teachers. So just make sure, Remmy, that you promote that. We need to be excited about Arlington High School, because I remember Remmy coming in as a freshman, and him and a couple other kids leaving practice because they were going to some kind of academic thing, you know, and that paid off. You know, it paid off, you know. So the big thing is student athlete, and Remmy's both, and that's why he's going to go now. And you know, that's everybody's dream, go up there to college.
I just want to thank everyone for coming and showing support. And I just want to say thank you to my friends, family, my teachers, everyone who's been there in my life to help me on this journey. Somewhere where I didn't really, it wasn't like somewhere I saw myself going for sure, but the fact that I made it, and it's truly a blessed moment, and I'm thankful to everyone who helped me on this journey, and thank you.
Great job, Remmy.
I chose Sac State for a few different reasons. I mainly wanted to stay close to my family. I always thought growing up that I was one of those kids who said, oh, I want to get far as possible away from my parents, as far away from my family, start new, and of course they could come visit me. But as soon as I started to realize that that might be a little hard, I had an offer from Montana State, and I was really set on going to Montana State. But then seeing my mom cry and seeing my dad get a little emotional about the whole thing, and not seeing me possibly for like no more than twice a year, kind of sat in my mind and made me think that I think I'd be better off at somewhere near, closer, still 7 hours away from Riverside, but somewhere decently far enough where they can't come and see me on a weekday, but at the same time I can still see them when I need them. And born and raised in California, so what better place to go to college than where I've been raised and known, like where I love. And I couldn't do the negative 39-degree weather in Montana, so I set for the 100-degree weather in Sac State, in California. But yeah, I chose this school because a new coach just arrived from Weber State, Jody Sears, and he's really a good wholesome man, a good Christian. He preaches about leadership and being a team player. He believes in that a team should be run by the players, not by the coach. So he really gives his players a voice. And he's just a person that I really hit it off with. He reminded me a lot of Coach Mack, kind of reminded me of my old coaches. So it just seemed like someone that I could see myself playing for almost 5 years, most likely. And I liked the coaches. I hit it off with every single one of them when I met them. My recruiter, he was nothing but good to me. And I just built a really good relationship with Sacramento State. And I love the campus, I love the people, and it's definitely somewhere I can see myself playing and being a part of. It's somewhere I'm going to take pride in, being an alumni of Sacramento State one day. But growing up, I truly was blessed with a supportive family, supportive friends. I'd like to say out of all the kids I've ever met, I've had the most support out of anyone. And the fact that I'm here where I am today is thanks to all the people that have been in my life.